Well, there's a couple of guys who can really get things going on the mound, and for Florida State, it is Parker Messick. This is what he did last weekend against Miami. 10 strikeouts in total. That is 2 times in his last 3 games played where he has recorded 10 or more strikeouts. Not bad, Mr. Messick, and as we take a look at his stats so far this season, ERA squarely at 3 through 27 innings of work, 8 walks compared to 40 strikeouts. He has a 4-pitch mix, and he brings a lot of energy, as you could tell, looking at those highlights. And it's a little bit more than just energy and the pitches. He's really in a groove, because if you look at the misnomer, that outing against North Florida on opening night, gave up 5 earned runs over the last 4 starts, has only given up 4 combined.
The legitimate Friday night guy, and he sets the tone for Florida State.
Not a guy who's going to blow you away with velocity, and so he will be a challenge for Wake Forest to negotiate. Pierce Bennett leads things off. Good to see Turconi back in the lineup for the Demon Deacons. Lanzilli, Seymour, Wilkin, Muntz, McNamee, Cesari, and Costello. And Bobby Seymour, we've got him highlighted, and for good reason. A 19-game on-base streak. He is making his 128th consecutive start. And so Parker Messick getting a few more pitches in to get warm. We'll quickly introduce you to the umpires here this evening. It's going to be A.J. Lastaglio calling the balls and strikes at the plate. Brian Miller will be at first, Steve Sanders at second, and Blake Felix at third. What a great day for baseball in Florida's capital city. The Seminoles on a streak. Wake Forest trying to get themselves back in order, get healthy, and get some momentum going in their direction. Should be a lot of fun, and it is time to get this one started. It is Messick, it is Bennett. And on this Friday night in Tallahassee, it is also underway. A fastball up to Bennett, the sophomore from Baltimore. Make it a couple to make it 2-0.
Bennett can lead off hitter role for Wake Forest. Is not a big walk guy, only 4 base on balls all year.
Pop that one foul to make it 2-1. A guy who has been so solid, has been consistent for Wake Forest. If you go back to last season, came into it off a great fall. One of the on-base percentage leaders. Has really shown a pretty good eye.
Let go of the bats toward the Florida State dugout. Guess I failed to mention a little bit of humidity in the air, Sean. Wind blowing out of the south-southeast. Always say get a string on that bat. Twirling toward the Seminole dugout. Here, 3-2 count coming up.
As you mentioned, that full count, a guy who does a really nice job of keeping that bat through the zone, but my goodness, Parker Messick battles back and strikes him out.
Good fastball in the inner third, just at the belt. Good spot to
mentioned that Lanzilli was a consensus preseason All-American to begin 2020. Well, here's a guy who got some All-American love coming into this season, and for good reason. Bobby Seymour, we've mentioned the 19-game on base streak. Was the ACC Player of the Year back in 2019. 2019 ACC batting champion as well, and the team captain for the Deacs.
Quick move there by Messick. Takes tremendous arm strength just to throw that ball over there without taking a good solid turn or step.
He's a guy that demands your attention in the lineup. We've mentioned all the different reasons. He can really put the ball anywhere on the field. He can hit to all fields.
There's that infield shift going the opposite way with Jackson Green, the second baseman, well out in the outfield grass.
And that is pulled foul.
One thing, Sean, with the shift like that, the second baseman's used to sitting back and letting the ball come to him. He's 25, 30 feet in the outfield grass. You kind of got to charge it a little bit. If you let that ball come to you, a good batter, a good runner can beat that play. You're trying to take away a line drive base hit. That's why he's out there in the outfield.
Fastball outside makes it 2-2. Lanzilli is aboard after a walk. Seymour has a 2-2 coming and is fanned. So Parker Messick with a couple of strikeouts and a flyout in the first around a walk. And he's heading back to the dugout to see if his offense can't get the Seminoles on the board first here at Dick Howser Stadium.
You're a pitcher. You get that first pitch and get an out. Makes the inning start off really good for you.
Woken, a freshman in the middle of the lineup. Now it goes to a junior in the catcher, Shane Muntz. Junior from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Laid off the fastball up. Was a two-way player his first couple of seasons with Wake. Has focused on the hitting since. A guy who can do a little bit of everything. He's the catcher now, but he can DH, he can play first, he can play the outfield. Has a whole lot of tools in the arsenal. He faces a 1-2.
That's the competitor. He's got the big breaking pitch. He can start it, what we call a backdoor breaking ball away. He can start the fastball in. He can go up in the zone. A complete package for Florida State. Push the slider.
And there was that breaking ball right there. And a full count.
His third 3-2 count in 2 innings.
And just like in the first, on a full count, struck out Muntz.
Good spot. It can throw that ball inside versus a right-handed batter.
And that'll bring up Adam Cecere. A guy who going into last season was dubbed as perhaps the first baseman of the future for Wake Forest. And he's getting the start out in left. But when you have the COVID shutdown and a guy named Bobby Seymour comes back and he can play first for you, future's going to have to wait a little bit.
Wake Forest does not run much as a team. No one has more than a couple stolen bases in the lineup except for Costello at the bottom of the order. They're only 6 for 9 for the year as a team.
Only 3 guys in that lineup have even attempted to steal a base. And Cecere goes down swinging. Parker Messick with another couple of strikeouts here in the second. That brings his total to 4. We are still scoreless at Dick Howser Stadium. Deke's in business with a runner in scoring position in the top of the order to come here is Pierce Bennett. Worked ahead of Messick in the first, and Messick came back to punch him out. There you see that strikeout reflected on his over. Came to Wake Forest as the 15th best prospect out of the state of Maryland, so well regarded back home. Hit .425 as a senior in high school, and the only reason I'm mentioning for a guy who's in year 2 in college what he did in high school is because year 1 was shortened the way it was. Got him again.
On the ladder on him. Got ahead and made him chase. Expand your strike zone. Up in the zone above Nelson's eyes. Big out there with the leadoff after the leadoff double.
Nick Parker Messick, your ACC leader in strikeouts. That is his 45th. Here's Cole McNamee. One and one.
Looking at changeup now. Wake Forest has some big guys in their uniforms. Not a 6'4" player.
Got him. So after Wake Forest strung together a couple of hits in the third, Parker Messick works ahead early and efficiently and retires the Demon Deacons in order here in the top of the fourth. The Seminole Bats at the plate when we come back. And here's the man who got the momentum started offensively for Wake Forest, Lucas Costello. Mentioned Reese Albert checking back in for Florida State after that incident you mentioned at Virginia Tech.
Wake Forest showed the dimensions earlier. Not a triples ballpark. That's the first triple of the year for a Wake Forest batter.
That is a guy who really needed to see a hit in Cesare, who is hitting .087 on the season. Messick trying to respond much the same way that we saw Cusick respond when he got into trouble. Foul tip, and that's one away.
Expand the zone, fastball up, made him chase it. Swinging a pretty good bat for Wake Forest, but you said earlier it's susceptible to strikeouts.
7 strikeouts for Parker Messick.
Making these hitters expand the zone a little bit. Got the pop up, big second out there, especially after the leadoff triple.
Triconi, a guy who's got tremendous barrel awareness, the best ball striker on the team. A guy who has sneaky power. Count is 1-1 against Triconi.
Florida State can get off this field without giving up a run after the leadoff triple. A lot of momentum heading toward that Seminole dugout. The top of the order coming up. Everybody's third time through the order, the beginning of the third time.
We saw Cusick fired up as he made his way back to the dugout. Can you imagine the expression from Parker Messick on his trip back if he can retire the shortstop? Triconi, a guy whose walk to strikeout ratio is 2 to 11. He continues to battle here with a 2-2 count.
Starts off with that breaking pitch. Probably on the inner thigh of the left-handed batter, and then broke back over the plate. Just a piece of the plate. Got a piece of that one, fouled it down.
Got him. And look at Messick. You mentioned the momentum. It is all over that kid. My goodness. Gave up a leadoff triple to Adam Cesiri, and Cesiri will stay at third. 1-0 Demon Deacons in Tallahassee. Parker Messick has been awfully impressive once again. Has only given up a couple of hits, the one run, but has really done a tremendous job, has been in command, and has seemingly gotten better here over the last couple of innings. And you know what you can get from Parker Messick. He's got moxie, he's a gamer, and he is just a lightning bolt for this Florida State team.
Energy, that's what he brings, especially after that leadoff triple last inning and getting a strikeout. Couple strikeouts and a pop-up.
There's those 8 strikeouts in total compared to 2 walks. And all that animation came off of a leadoff triple by Cesiri, and that's where he stayed.
With Messick betting last inning, he didn't get a chance to rest over there much. So he made the last out, get his glove, and get back out there as we head into the 6th.
Thanks for joining us here at Dick Hauser Stadium in Florida's capital city of Tallahassee. Pleased to be with you, Sean Davison, alongside Chip Baker, our entire ACC Network extra crew here with you. Florida State showing over the past week or so that they certainly have every piece of the puzzle to what could be a run on the road to Omaha. And Wake Forest started the year with big postseason aspirations. They're trying to get healthy to see if maybe they can put themselves on the run to Omaha.
Florida State coaches and the players, as they're going into the season, knew they had a great pitching staff, some great arms.
Sure did.
In the last few weeks, they found an opportunity to score some runs, but then turn around and face a guy like Messick tonight. Messick. Don't sell out the, don't rent the room out yet, mama. The guys are legit.
You mean they faced a guy in the all curveball conference who throws a pretty darn good curveball, huh?
Certainly does.
And matches it with a fastball that can touch 100.
Probably one of the best ones in the league.
Jeez.
ACC baseball at its best. With the changeup outside, and Nelson, a little juice down there over through the third baseman.
I was going to say, he got a little fired up there.
Took something off of it. Had him out in front. Nelson's trying to, probably threw it. He trying to get it over the bat. No big deal. Nobody's running. Get one out.
And there is Parker Messick's ball to strike ratio, 29 balls, 53 strikes, 82 total.
First time this guy's batted tonight without a runner on.
Big cut there from Bobby Seymour. A guy who really, again, on all the stuff we've mentioned, he's so impressive. You mentioned the 48 RBI with 2 outs.
I think that's only the second time a Wake Forest batter has swung at the first pitch tonight.
Yeah.
I keep those records myself, like the old days.
But so many things with Bobby Seymour. I mean, the list is almost endless. He's got power to all fields, as I mentioned. He's got the best exit velocity in this order for Wake Forest. A guy who's earned the respect of his teammates and his coaches alike. He faces a 1-2 from Messick. Messick has 9 strikeouts so far. Make it 10. And so now Parker Messick has recorded 10 or more strikeouts in 3 of the last 4 games he's pitched in.
Really get the changeup working here in the latter part of the ball game, middle part of the ball game. Different look there. Back-to-back strikeouts on changeups.
And there you see it. 10 or more strikeouts in 3 of the last 4 starts. Had 10 against Miami, had 11 against Virginia. And now 10 more here. Went 8 innings against the Cavaliers. And with that pitch count starting to creep up, it's been a quality showing from Messick. Working efficiently here will certainly help the cause. He's done so far through the 6th. He's 0-2 on Wilkin. Popped up into foul territory. Martin giving chase. He'll run out of room.
These Florida State defensive players hunt down pop-ups. They spend a lot of time, a couple practices, even the Monday night before Florida State played the University of Florida. In a late practice with the lights on, put the pitch machine at the plate. Sean, those balls go completely well above the lights. They got pretty good at it. You can pack it and take it with them on the road. Practice on Thursday night. Throw the pop-ups up there. That's an out. That ball's in the air. Yep. That's an out.
Tyler Martin ranging over and securing a pop-up is what allowed them to strand Cesare at third. Messick worked ahead 0-2 on Wilkin, and the freshman has come back with a couple of balls to make it even.
He's got 2 strikeouts on changeups.
Got him there. 11 strikeouts in total now for Parker Messick tonight. He strikes out the freshman Brock Wilkin. And this young man is cooking once again here at Dick Howser Stadium. A pitcher's duel in the 6th here in Florida's capital city.